like the individualized process. It's very casual, very comfortable, very relaxing. It wasn't like going to school where you have to study and make sure you've done your homework and hurry and get back by the next class time. And it was just a very different approach to it. And again, all about moving forward. I was happy to come back in and see how far I'd come in that time frame. Very ready to do this personally. I mean, I sought it out specifically. It was time. What's the quote about if you keep doing insanity is doing the same thing over and getting the same result, expecting something different and getting the same results. I mean, I had reached that. I needed something to propel me forward, and this was it, definitely what I needed. I was in a job I was unhappy with, just a lot on my plate, and I needed some direction, and I wanted a positive experience. Well, I think it was a tremendous investment in myself, and it was an investment. It's not something you spend every day, but the outcome, I'm still getting benefits from my initial investment. Still, I had a lot of great material that I'm still using that I've passed on to some friends. Um, you know, the CDs, the books, and then my own notes and the tools that Jason had given me. I mean, they're invaluable. They really are. I continue to use them. It's something that you take with you. It's not just a class you take, check it off your list and move on. This really changed how I perceive myself. And how do you put a dollar amount on that? It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and you have to take the time to do the homework, to read the material, and take the quiet time to look at yourself. You really do. You can't cheat. You can't cheat your way through this. Stepping into their shoes is the key. Um, I think Jason was an exceptional listener and really got how I went about doing things or how I went about living my life and what works for me and what doesn't, and then taking that and sort of fitting it to his tools. I've worked for some big companies. I've taken a lot of seminars and training over the years. That has been very good, but nothing was quite like this. It's all about, those were more like, hey, this is the way, this is my way. If you do A, B, C, and D, you're going to be a wonderful company. You're all going to work well together. This is wonderful if you adapt this system. And this is not like that. This is about just looking at yourself, or I'd imagine looking at an organization and how it really works and where you want to go with it. Not do A, B, C, and D and you'll get there, but look at how things really are and how things really function. Well, I think everyone could benefit from it. I think, again, people who maybe are moving in a direction that is not the status quo, that are looking for individual success, or people in transition, people who are not satisfied with an area of their life, people who are in maybe a dead-end situation, just need, again, it's all about moving forward, moving yourself forward. What is my direction in life? Where am I going? I wish more people knew the benefit of life coaching. It's kind of a buzz these days. Simple concept, and I think um, it's a positive thing to do for yourself. And I mean, who wouldn't like that? Life is big and complex these days, very complicated and very hurried and very a lot of expectations of us out there. And I think we forget about who we are and what our goals are, and we get caught up in this life of we got to go to work and the kids have to be involved in this, and you have to. But I think it's very important we step back and look at ourselves And what do we want to do? How can we be the most efficient and the best at who we are, at what we do, or should we be doing something different? It's just a really good snapshot of what's going to work best for me. Instead of struggling through something forever, why not make what you're good at work for you? In the long run, is this good for me? Is it not? Might be a good idea in the immediate sense, but it's helped me look down the road a little bit and compare it to other aspects of my life. How's it going to affect this? How's it going to affect that? How's it going to affect my family? How's it going to affect my home? If I do this, what's going to happen to this? It's more of a whole. My initial goal in coming here was career, and what is my work, and what do I want to do for a living, and how do I go about not going to a job every day, but doing something I love every day. But I've really enhanced my family life tremendously. I've enhanced my activity levels and my sports and my exercise, and all of these things work to make if those are feeling better, you have more of a solid foundation below you, and then it makes the big problem not so big. You have these other things balancing out your life to help move forward. So I'm still moving on my career and my job, but it's moving forward, certainly not stagnant. So I'm in a very different place than I was when I first started coming here. Very different. I have to say, it's really given me the confidence in myself in a lot of decision making, and ultimately what is best for me. And every decision I make every day